Hello, I'm Joel Wassam. I'm here to tell you about our mural that F8 created for us. So we'll start at the beginning here. In the beginning is Spencer Hospital was created in 1914. Folks ask why 1914? Because in 1909, Dr. Munger and Dr. Woodstock went to the State House and petitioned for community hospitals because prior to 1913, all hospitals were privately owned by doctors. There was no community or municipal-based hospitals. So Dr. Munger and Dr. Woodstock from Spencer went to the State House in 1909. It took the State House 4 years to decide that they were right, and we did need community-based hospitals. So in the time frame, in that 4 years, they came up with it was going to be county hospitals. So there are 99 counties. It made it easy, 99 hospitals. In the end, Clay County voted it down in 1913. So in 1914, 17 church ladies decided we're going to have a hospital. So they went and bought Dr. Wayne's private hospital and opened up the first Spencer Association Hospital. So Dr. Munger decided that he needed to go back to the State House in 1932 and plead for city-owned hospitals or municipal hospitals. So in 1933, they turned it around pretty quick and said, yes, you can, but you have to be privately funded. You can't go get a bond, you can't get a loan. So Spencer Light and Power, which is now known as SMU, put the first 60,000 in, and the community raised another 10,000 to build that 1935 hospital. Little fun fact, 1935 in today's money, that would be 1.6 million. 1954 in today's money, that would have been 7 million to build. What we're standing in today was 22 million to build. So the dollars have really changed. First helicopter, a life flight that landed in Spencer. We're guessing that's about 1980 or 1981 by the vehicles and the time frame. We have some more community pictures of the community in town, some of the pillars of the town. Post office, of course, the Farmers Bank on the corner of 4th and Grand, the old swimming pool in East Leach Park. Spent many a day there. That was built during the WPA era. We have the Carnegie Library, which is actually where the current library stands. We have Bernstead Drug. We have Ernie Yates. Ernie Yates is remembered by many people in Spencer as a individual that did leather and did saddles, but he was actually a blacksmith prior to that. He actually taught me how to do my first baseball glove. This is actually in Leach Park. There's kind of a discrepancy of where Leach Park is in the baseball world. This is the first original golf course in Spencer, the Country Club. It is actually where Dell's and St. Luke's is today. I'm gonna flip to the side. This is Miss A, or Ruth Anderson. She is the most renowned nurse at Spencer Hospital. She set the standard for nursing at Spencer Hospital. She was very strict and commanded respect and was beloved by most of her people. So Dr. McAllister was actually prior to the hospital, but he believed so much in Clay County that he actually opened 2 banks, one in Dickens and one in Everly, to keep the money flowing in Spencer during the Great Depression. 2 original nurses, we believe, from the 1935 building. The fact that they're standing in front of the 1935 building gives us that. We have a large picture of about, most of those folks had over 20 to 30 years of EMS experience and helped build the EMS response that we have today, to even the point when Anita Bailey retired, she went on to the State House to inspect ambulances and inspect services across the state. So that well respected. Frank taught at the academy. Come on, sir. We were always a teaching hospital, and we will always be a teaching hospital. You can tell by the nurses. We have a freshman, sophomore, junior, and then the instructor, and we can tell by the stripes in their hat what year they were in. That shelf and that sink still remain in the building because I haven't remodeled that area yet. We're to the point now where we had this proof completely done. We did not have it printed yet, but we had the proof done. And at that time, the flood happened and occurred. And it was decided that that was a very large portion of Spencer history and Spencer Hospital history. So we did end up putting the picture in. At that time, that is actually Matt Keeler's arm, if you know Matt. Matt takes up so much real estate on the picture that it actually cut Brenda, our CEO, off, and she's a little salty about it.
Well, you can still see her.
Yeah, it's just kidding. She's not. It's fun. It's fun to tease. I do point out the prints on the bottom, and the reason I point out the prints on the bottom is because it takes lots of planning and so forth to build these structures. The one we're standing in today took 7 years from start to finish. This is of the 54 building, and the reason I point out the 54 building is because during the floods, the engineer was wise enough to know what floor height we should have, and we were dry in the flood. So that's pretty much the quick tour, the 50-cent tour.
And you can come see this mural at Spencer Hospital.